Hey Gemini, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. We're gonna do a love reading if next 2 weeks. We're gonna do a love reading for the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Before I get started on most of my readings, I like to pull a major arcana card just so I can understand what the energy is right now with Gemini in love. I didn't just get one, but I got two major arcana cards. I got your major arcana, which is the Lovers, and then I got this Virgo Hermit card. And this is telling me that you seem to be at a crossroads right now in love, but you are trying to do there. It's been spotlighted. Something's been spotlighted and questioning, like, am I doing right by myself while also, my hair is getting on my nerves, sorry. Am I doing right by myself while also doing right by others? How can I find balance? This is you also maybe calling on spirit to come and help you, praying to your God, praying to your higher self, doing a lot more meditating than normal because you just really want like almost like a question to be answered. And I think that the question is, how can I do right by everyone involved to include myself? All right. What is the energy? We're going to pull some tarot now. What is the energy that you want you want the Geminis watching and cross watcher to know about Gemini love for the next 2 weeks? Spirit, help me deliver a clear and concise message. If anything negative should pop up, return that immediately to sender. Do not let it stay here. Do not let it stay with me or my family or my dogs. Do not let it stay with the viewer, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Clear and concise message for Gemini next 2 weeks in love. 2 more. 1 more. I'm shuffling a lot. I think that's because there's a lot of information, Gemini, that you have been trying to process. And so that's why you're going, looking outward for answers. Outward and inward for answers, and you're purposefully not to go too fast, not to speed through this, whatever it is. But you're definitely holding yourself accountable. It's either accountable for, I just heard injustice, or just accountable for the role that you have played, or accountable for, like, how am I going to make sure that I'm going to be okay too? Okay. We got the 6 of Pentacles in the upright. We got the Ace of Wands reversed. And we got the 9 of Cups upright. So fairness is immediately what I'm getting at. And that's what I got from this Hermit Lovers card. Do you see how this gentleman in here is sharing himself with others? He's got so much. He's so abundant that he shares with his resources. Resources can also be yourself. You have so much to give that you share with others, but at the exact same time, do you see how he's got the balance, the weight balance there? So this is you trying to find that balance. How can I make sure that myself and others are okay? You've got some sort of block. I'm going to get a clarifier on this. Something that's blocking that, and it's causing frustration. And you can't see through whatever this is. All right. We have, though, it's because, and I think this is coming back to self a lot. Okay, this is coming back to you a lot. It's because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are emotionally satisfied. You really are putting you, even though you are trying to include others and you really want to find a balance, you really are putting you at the forefront of this energy that I'm picking up right now. Because this 9 of Cups is a person, is one person. In this case is you being good to go, being set. finding success, finding happiness, finding enjoyment. We're going to get clarifiers. Give me a clarifier on this Ace of Wands in reverse, please, Spirit. One more Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay. So we get the Seven of Swords in reverse again. And we got the Justice card upright. Let me get, hold on, I'm going to, because I have an idea of what's going on. I'm going to get a clarifier on the Seven of Swords in reverse. Something happened that made you upset. You caught from what I'm getting, Gemini, is you caught maybe your significant other being deceitful in some sort of way. And this was actually supposed to happen because it was karma. And you were supposed to see it or find out about it, hear about it, stumble upon it. But it is, because it's the Wheel of Fortune, the turn for the better is that you will get your justice. I'm hearing also to an alternative to this would be like a test of how much faith you actually do have in your connection, because you might have stumbled upon something, heard something through the grapevine, and you were meant to stumble upon it. You were meant to come to this information because it was a way to see how you were going to react or respond. Give me one more. Yeah, I think for a greater majority of you, there was, it was more the first option, in that you had kind of maybe like a false sense of security with somebody. And you finally realized that. Something made you realize that. The truth, though, you finding out the truth is helping you move, is causing this pause of you saying, I need to make sure that I'm good. It's almost like you're like, I need to make sure that I'm good first, but I want to make sure that everybody is good. Give me more. I got the Page of Wands in reverse. But it's like you don't know what you're going to do. You're still in this place of this hermit mode right here. You're still in this place of like trying to figure it out. Okay, Spirit. So what should the Gemini collective do? I'm sorry. What will the Gemini collective do as a response to this? What will the Gemini collective do as a response? One more. Okay. What is the Gemini collective going to do? We got the Queen of Cups in reverse. We got the Five of Pentacles upright. And we got the Eight of Swords. Right now, this is all speaking more towards the Hermit. Okay? At this point now, it's definitely purposeful. You're emotionally exhausted and drained. It almost might take little to nothing to trigger you. But this is all temporary. I need you to know that this is all temporary. It's like if you have two choices. You can either stay stuck, feeling like you don't have any options, feeling like, oh, woe is me, or you can wiggle out of that self-imposed bondage. At this point, you are a victim. At this point, you are making yourself a victim of the circumstance versus trying to look at it, trying to heal from it, and trying to move on from it. But you can. That power is within you. The bondage that's on her right now is self-imposed. She can literally just wiggle out of it and then take her hands and then take the bandage off of her hands and see the whole thing. See the whole thing. See all these swords back here and see the whole thing for what it really is. You don't have to stay in the cold. You can move on from that. It's going to make you unhealthy if you continue to stay in this victim mindset, in this lack mindset. It doesn't have to last long. If you do the Hermit right, and it's like a purposeful pause, if you do it right, then it'll shed light on the things that you were supposed to learn from the situation. It'll shed light on how to solve the situation, and it'll shed light on how you can move forward, navigate. Give me the overall outcome. The overall outcome for the Gemini. We got you're gonna slowly move out of this. I got the 8 of Wands in reverse, and then I got the Judgment card in reverse, and that's just because you're being a little bit too overcritical, and you don't have to be, Gemini. I got the 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And this is saying, like, you can find success. You're one step away from it. All you need to do is take that step. That's it. All you need to do is take that step into the new territory of finding the balance. I was going to get some Healing Waters cards, but I feel like you guys need some Ask Your Guides. Let's ask your guides. What do you have for the Gemini collective? How can they move forward and navigate through this so that they don't stay stuck? So they don't feel this lack. So they don't feel this stagnation. So that they can take a look at the of what happened, the situation, and figure out how to heal and overcome. 2 more. 1, 2, and then 2 from the top, they said. You got Rest. Okay, that's a Hermit card coming up again. And you got Pleasure. Okay. And all right, so the Rest card is saying, like, just take this time. I'm seeing a lot of orange on this card. And so that's your root chakra and your sacral chakra, but the orange and the reds and the yellows here, that's the solar plexus. And so you need to find your confidence again. And it's going to take you probably being a little bit creative and actively seeking what it is that you desire. What do you really want out of this connection? How can you find that? And learning ways to bring that to the forefront of your life so that you can find a solid foundation again. Are you finding a solid foundation in the connection that you're in? Or are you finding a solid foundation in healing and growth outside of the connection, right? And those are questions that you have to find in this time of rest. Answers that you have to find in this time of rest. Pleasure. I usually don't read from the book, but I'm feeling called to. So we're going to look at pleasure. How does pleasure fit into this scenario for the Geminis tapped in spirit? I'm having a hard time finding it in a book, and I feel like that's reminiscent of you having a hard time finding it, the pleasures right now. Bear with me. I'm looking for it, guys. Wow, this is really... Because it says it's... Got it. I kept going to page 40 versus actually going... The numbers on the bottom don't correspond on the numbers on the top. And it's not that I haven't used this deck before. I think that I'm picking up on your energy, which is a little lost right now. And I'm starting to feel like a little kind of somber-esque. A little like melancholy, a little, you know, like that, whatever that feeling is, like that you have when you do that long sort of soothing pause, breath, that exhale, like whatever that I'm picking up on that energy. This is saying, listen, you're gonna find satisfaction again. You're gonna find enjoyment in life. Everything will be okay. If you can see that, everything will be okay. You're gonna find fulfillment. It's like you are just purposely supposed to take this time to reevaluate things and use your time wisely, use your rest wisely. I'm gonna pull, I'm being called to pull tarot for overall outcome. I'm going to move some of the cards out of the way on my desk right now. And see how I'm like cleaning the cards out of my desk? It's like almost like, because this is energy that we've already addressed. That's how you find pleasure again. Like you address the energy, you clean it, and you release it. Now I'm moving this off to the side to get some new answers, some new energy. All right, so what's the overall outcome, Spirit? You see, how I said that is kind of how you have to handle the situation. One more shuffle. What's the overall outcome for the Gemini? 2 cards, they say. You're going to be, I got the Star and the 8 of Fire. You're going to feel like, let me get more and more in the 8. Okay. If you, I got the 3 of Cups with the 8 of Wands. Okay. If you take this reading as a sign that everything happens not to you but for you, and you sit in that, and you have the conversations like with your trusted friends, advisors, therapist, coach, life coach, whatever it is, to help you see out of this situation, to help you navigate out of this situation, it's going to lead to fulfillment. It's going to lead to happiness. You just have to have faith that the universe is working in your favor. There's something that you needed to learn, Gemini. There was something that you were meant to see, Gemini. And once it's been seen, it cannot be unseen. It needs to be processed. It needs to be learned from, and then it needs to be cleared to make way for new energy. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. All right, Gemini, that's the next 2 weeks that I have for you. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Stay tuned. If this is a cross-watcher sort of thing and you're watching this on behalf of a Gemini that you care about, please do not forget to share it with them, like and subscribe, all right? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.